What's up guys, welcome to my video. In this video I'm gonna show you how to adjust the color, or you can call it blending for short. We're gonna do it so it's gonna look like the icon on the thumbnail. You can see it on the video. The reason why I'm using a different language for my country, of course, is you can see most of the parts here is in a different language from our, and the fact is we're together learning English, so I'm gonna help you with understanding all the features and the combination of the options here. Alright, let's get started. Right now I'm using a software called Lightroom. It is another product from Adobe. If there's anyone who doesn't know about this software, you can search it on Google or anywhere from the internet. There are different versions like Photoshop CS3, 4, 5, 6, and the latest I know is the Photoshop CC. And the Lightroom, I'm using the Lightroom version 5, but if there's anything that's different from the versions, I don't think they are too much. So don't worry if your version is different from mine. So this is UI of the Lightroom version I'm using, the Lightroom version 5 I was talking about. And you can see at the top right corner we have some different tabs like library, develop, map, book, slideshow, print, and web. We're going to focus on the library and develop tabs, and the rest you can save it for later. Well, the fact is I never touched them before, so I'm going to ignore it. The small table below the tab is the simple setting you have set up for your DSLR camera to take photos. So the setup is inside your photo. It says ISO of 185mm focal length, and the aperture is f2.0, and the shutter speed E1 1000. So you can see my library has already contained some photos which I already imported before. If there's anyone who doesn't know about the importing photos from your hard drive, you can follow these steps. But you can see the top left corner, there's a box called File, Import Photos and Video. You just click it and a small box will show up, and you just choose your destination for your photo folders. There's some labels here like computer, local disk E, Windows 7 RAW, and some others. To get started, I'm gonna import a photo on my hard drive. You can import any photo you like, but today I'm gonna import a image which is not my favorite one, because this is my first time I'm doing a tutorial, so I'm not gonna mess up with my favorite one. First we will start with the basic stuff. We have temperature. Inside the white balance, the temperature will be 5315. Okay, the image will look a bit colder but not too cold. The tint, we will keep it 10. The exposure will just increase it a little bit so it will become brighter but not too much brighter, about 0.24. And the contrast, if you increase the exposure value, you also need to increase the contrast value to about 30 maybe. The highlights are all the spot here. It is the brightest on the image, so we're gonna bring it down a little bit, 86 minus. Shadow, just increase it to 7. Whites, keep it. Blacks, minus 11, so it will be more balanced. The clarity is something like the sharpness. If you increase it, it will look awful, so just keep it about minus 12 is enough. The vibrance and saturation is something about the vivid color. If you increase the saturation, it will become oversaturated, so you just bring it down to minus 7, and the vibrance you increase it to 12, and you press this button to see the before and after. This is before and this one is after. Nothing changed much, but we have some more steps to go, so don't worry about it. These are the settings inside the curve adjustment. We're gonna increase the highlights to 5, lights will be set to 7, darks will become 39, and the shadows we're gonna bring it down a little bit so the image will look more balanced. This is the adjustment area of hue, saturation, and luminance. This is the hue table. You're gonna adjust this. You're gonna adjust it so it will look like me. Yellow 36, green 58, 58 minus 22. The saturation here 0, 0, 53, 74, 49, 78, 0, 0. The luminance table 20, 20, 65, 65, 64, 56, 55, and 65. Alright, you just mess up with the settings so it will look like your image. This one is my image, so it will have different settings from you. But don't worry, it just be something around each number. Alright, just mess up with it a few minutes and you will understand what they do, what they're gonna be. The settings for split toning, detail, lens correction, effects, we're not gonna touch it. Alright, the split toning is something about the highlights where all the highlights will be filled with one color which you were gonna pick. The detail and the sharpening, noise reduction, well, I also not gonna mess up with this because my camera, my DSLR camera did what it had to be done, so you know it did it best it could, so I'm not gonna blame it if there's any noise or the image will look sharper or anything else for that matter. Yeah, there's the detail. The lens correction is the some vignette. You can see the vignetting. Alright, some the black at the corner, but I don't like it, so we're gonna leave it. Or you just have to turn it off by switching this button down, down, down. Alright, these two we're not gonna touch it. The next thing you're gonna mess up with is the radio filter. So what does it do? The radio filter is basically a circle with a blurred edge. So if I lower down the filter, you can see the edge right here. You can see the edge right here is very sharp and we don't like it. So what you're gonna do is increase the filter value so it will be more blurred. That's pretty hard for you to see. I'm gonna set it like 30, but I'm gonna lower down the exposure. You can draw as many circles as you like. You can place it everywhere on the photo and you combine it together so your image will look pretty bright, and you need to place it where you think is bad for your model on the photo. Okay, I will focus on her face, so I'm gonna move the circles around and stop at the place where I think is best. You can press this button for zooming in and out. It makes it easier to move these circles around. Alright, so you just mess up with these circles a little while, and if you want to adjust another value like contrast, it will happen inside the circle. See, because you take the invert mask box. Okay, so everything you correct will be put inside the circle. If you want it to be outside the circle, you just have to press invert mask again. You just have to mess up with it, so the result will be more than you can imagine. The camera calibration is something very cool to mess up with. You can see the main colors. We have red, green, and blue. And the thing is, you just mess up with this number and it will return different values. There are a bunch of buttons here you can mess around. So just do it for yourself, and you're gonna see what it does, what they do. You don't need to ask anyone. Just mess up with yourself. Okay, so this is pretty much it. This is before and this is after. If you want it to be more nicer, you can put it to Photoshop and do some more editing steps. But I'm gonna have to stop here. I just show you how to do the main things, do the main adjustment inside the Lightroom 5. If you want to make your image look more beautiful, you just have to cooperate with the Photoshop. So you're gonna use Photoshop to remove the ugly flowers here, remove the spot on her cheek, and anything else for that matter. This is my first time making a tutorial video, so if there's any mistake or if there's anything that makes you confused, you just have to leave me a message or find a way to contact me. I will leave my Facebook ID and my email, my phone number under the description of the video so you can easily contact me. Thank you for watching my video and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.